Back trouble?
Well, if it isn't the world-renowned victor of the rat-eye tourney, Henry of Skalitz.
How goes it, sir? Are you recovered?
I am, for all the good it does. The boredom here. The only thing I have to read is the Bible, and the Hanush won't let anyone near me but the priest. Have you any idea the monotonous drivel that fella comes out with?
This world is but a trial. Be repentant.
He talks to me as if I'm about to breathe my last. Actually, talks to me as if I were already dead. Listen, Henry, won't you come with me to the Rattay Baths? I need a change of scene before moss starts growing on me.
Why to the baths?
Well, a hot bath does a man good.
It does. Which is why you can bath here anytime you like.
Have you ever seen Clara, the bathhouse wench? Henry, she's a beauty. If I didn't know better, I'd say I was in love with her.
How much time do you want to spend there?
I don't know yet, but at least a few days. Bathing in mud wraps during the day, and in the evening, fun. What'd you say? Will you join me?
But what about your wound, sir?
Well, I won't lie to you, it hurts like the devil. But I'd rather hobble along with a cane, howling in pain, than listen to a selection of the most boring passages from the Gospels for one more minute.
Why not? When do you want to go?
I shall go there right away, but wait until at least dusk to join me. I'll have company there.
All right, I'll come and join you there.
Take care. What the?
Yeah.
What do you need, sir?
I need you to do me a favour, Henry.
What, again?
Now, what's your tone, peasant? Oh, you'd never think it, but Zdenna here is a demon at dice. She stripped me bare-ass naked, and I couldn't even get a ribbon off her.
Well, I'll rip everything off her then, eh?
Good God! You do that to such a fragile flower? Who I paid for, by the way. Right then, You've got to beat Zdenna at dice. I refuse to be the only one here with his arse on the show.
Alright, why the hell not?
How have you all been getting on here?
Well, Lord Capon's been chasing us around a bit and so forth. Nothing we're not used to.
How about a game of dice then?
Are you sure? What would I do with 2 naked men here?
Let's see how good you are.
God be with you. Why, oh why did I ever agree to this? I'll lose everything again.
Bad move! But I'm proud of you anyway.
This'll be the one. No point in pushing it. My. Some real competition at last.
You know I'll let you win, of course.
We'll see whose side Lady Luck is on.
That's the way! You show her, Henry.
Looks like I'm the one who'll be doing the showing. Good luck, then.
I could do with a good soak too.
Then strip off and hop in here.
Alright, why not?
Put your clothes in the trunk.
Shift over. I don't want to tread on anything vital.
All right, give me a moment and I'll roll it up again.
Ugh. Oh, that feels good.
Is there a reason you're dressed for the occasion? You're not a maid under all those clothes, are you?
Lord Almighty, this is a bathhouse, not a laundry.
You certainly know how to have a good time.
Here, drink. It's not terribly high quality, but it should do the job.
I don't mind if I do. Give me that.
That's the spirit.
So this is how you recuperate from your injuries? Booze and wenches?
Of course. Is there any other way? So, what news, Henry?
Have you heard the executioner has a sweetheart?
You don't say. Who is she, a revenant?
No, a regular mortal. Her name's Elishka.
Elishka? I don't believe I've had the pleasure.
She's the wife of a man he executed.
Good Lord. Well, I suppose that's the only way you could get a woman.
I killed a few humans.
Quite right, too. The less of those fucking barbarians, the better.
Have you heard they caught a cumin at Bajeen Mill?
I heard something about that. Did you have something to do with it?
In a way. Believe it or not, that heathen bastard led me to some treasure.
Treasure? Now why would a cumin do that?
Let's just say I didn't give him much choice.
Nice work, Henry.
Did you hear about the Talmberg poacher?
Oh, I heard some wild stories about a wizard who goes around in the woods talking to animals. Apparently, he can transform himself into a bird. If you're going to tell me that's true, you'd better let me have a drink first.
Ah, don't worry. Those are just rumours. The truth is, there was a gang led by Hannikin Hare poaching around Talmberg.
What? The Hannikin Hare? But he vanished years ago, didn't he? Just before they were going to hang him.
Well, he's back. And he started making trouble in the woods near Talmberg. But it turned out he wasn't responsible for that murder they wanted to hang him for.
Horse shit.
As God is my witness. The real culprit was the new huntsman who took Hare's place.
That Nicholas Angel fellow.
That's the one. He's no longer the master huntsman. I took care of that.
What can I say? We ought to make you bailiff of Rattay.
Never mind about me. What about you? Have you recovered from our hunting adventure?
I'm well enough, Henry. These baths are just the thing, and Zdenna here is very healing.
You'll keep an eye on things here, won't you? Clara, bring some wine for the gents before they get cross.
You know what, Henry? We really can't drink this local piss. Clara! My most favouriteest bathmaid! But admit it, my dear, the wine you have here is pitiful.
What's wrong with the bathhouse wine?
I'd rather drink the bath water. You should go and get something better. Though where? Ah! I know! In the cellars under the rat house, there's some excellent wine that Sir Hanush bought for us.
And you want me to go there and get it now?
I'd be indebted to you. And a grateful nobleman is the best ally you can have.
All right then. What kind of wine is it?
A Sylvan Red, in the cellar under the rat house. It's the last barrel at the end on the right-hand side. Get a pitcher somewhere and take it with you.
I'd like to ask you something about this wine.
What is it?
So I can just go there and take whatever I want?
Yeah. No, not exactly. It would be best if no one saw you.
Ah, I see. And this wine wouldn't be kept under lock and key by any chance?
Yes, probably. But that won't stop a clever fella like you, will it?
So I can just go... which wine is it you want?
The Sylvan Red. It's the very last keg on the right at the back. You'll recognise it easily. It's the only one that's tapped.
All right. All right then, I'll bring it.
Good man.
Yeah.
Where the hell were you? Surrender! You've committed a
All right,
crime and
you
I'm
win.
arresting you. What do you think? This deaf...
Just my luck. Look, I can't...
What? Hey, you! What are you doing? Fuck off before I lose my temper.
Hey, you!
Lord Capon sent me to get some wine for him.
Lord Capon, eh? A likely story.
You clearly don't know Lord Capon. Do you think he's going to leave in the middle of his merriment to go and get his own wine?
Ha! No, that doesn't sound like the young lord. I suppose he sent you for the Sylvan Red.
The very one.
Well, you'll leave some for Sir Hanush at least, won't you?
I'll try. Yeah. Yeah.
So, about that wine you sent me for.
Well, have you got it?
Of course.
You really broke into the cellar at the rat house?
I certainly did. I hope that wine's really worth the trouble I had.
I don't believe it. You really broke into the cellar. You're insane.
But, sir, you asked me to do it.
Jesus, Henry. You'd be talked into just about anything.
Well, let's see if this wine is as good as you say.
What are you waiting for? The parish priest's blessing? Come on then. Get it down you. Ah, now that's what I call a real wine. Sylvan Red. It's not like that donkey's piss they serve in this otherwise delightful establishment. You can tell from the first sip, can't you, Henry?
Yeah, as you say, sir. Sylvan red. The taste is unmistakable.
Leave off, Sir Hans. I'm not like the other girls.
I know, Clara. You are different. You deserve more. You deserve flowers.
What?
What kind of flowers do you like?
Well, I like all kinds. I like dandelions, sage, knotweed, and poppies. I really like poppies.
Henry, did you hear that?
What?
The lady requests dandelions, sage, cabbages. Right.
No, knotweed and poppies.
What? You want me to go flower picking now?
I know, I'm putting you to work again. But if you do it, I'll give you 70 flowen groschen. So,
That much? All right, I'll go. Ugh. No.
What was it she said? Sage something else, and roses?
Yeah, what would a bouquet be without roses?
There's some in the upper castle garden.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
what the hell are you doing here? I'd like some privacy if you don't mind.
Come for my wench.
Well, As you can see, I'm not your wench or anyone else's, so fuck off.
What are you doing with my Clara, you cunt?
Archie, stop that. He's just bathing here.
Bathing here, is he? When all the wenches but you are whores?
Archie!
And are you whoring now too?
That's enough, Archibald!
Archibald?
You shut your mouth, I'm not done with you!
No, I swear the gentleman hasn't touched me.
Actually, that's quite true. Well, mostly.
No, nothing happened. Nothing.
We'll talk about this later. First I'm dealing with this bastard!
I'd like to see you try arse and balls.
Arse
and balls!
For the love of God, stop it, both of you!
Fucking hell. Hey. What do you think you're doing?
Kick his balls!
What the hell got into you? Trying to drown a nobleman?
Oh shit. Fuck. I didn't know.
Get out of my sight. Go on before I remember I can have you hung.
I apologise, your lordship. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Archie, wait!
Oh. Phew. I nearly got drowned by arse and balls.
Oh, that's the least relaxing bath I've ever had.
Fuck, I feel like I've swallowed the Baltic.
Oh, drinking will be the death of you.
Damn right. Is there any wine left?
Are you out of your fucking mind? You want to carry on?
Of course. Well, don't tell me you don't fancy a drink after all that.
What will you do with them, Sir Hans?
What, with arse and balls? I don't know. What do you think I should do with him?
He was drunk and insane with jealousy.
But he tried to drown a nobleman.
He didn't know who you were.
I suppose you're right.
See you later.
Yeah.
Match their strength and skill. Greetings. And I... See you later. Entering the arena now will be Pavel, called Roebuck, from the garrison of Sir Sebastian von Berg. And his adversary will be Henry of Skalitz, from the company of Sir Radzig Kobyla. Welcome, our warriors! The combatants have entered the arena and the first duel may commence. We will witness a duel with longswords. The first victor in our tourney is Henry of Skalitz. The second bout will surely be no less exciting. This one may decide the winner. The combatants will engage in a duel with warhammers and shields. Meeting face to face in this round will be Henry of Skalitz from the company of Sir Radzig Kobyla. And he will face Stephen of Dvorets, spearman in the company of Sir Radzig Kobyla. Let us wish the combatants luck. And this very first bout will afford plenty of entertainment. We will witness a duel with longswords.
I'm over here. And now's the time to choose weapons for the next duel. The combatants will engage in a duel with warhammers and shields.
Jesus Christ! Peace!
And the second duel was won by Henry of Skalitz. He is hereby declared the victor in this round and shall proceed to the next round. The first combatant will be Coleman, man-at-arms of Sir Hanush of Leipa. And his adversary will be Henry of Skalitz from the company of Sir Radzig Kobyla. Let us wish the combatants luck. The combatants have entered the arena and the first duel may commence. We will witness a duel with longswords.
Now.
Go ahead and gather your strength. You'll need it. Quitting? Shit!
The second bout will surely be no less exciting. This one may decide the winner. Our warriors will fight with hunting swords.
Fuck it. Give up?
We have a victor in the second duel. He is Henry of Skalitz. Lords and ladies, good men and good wives, you have just witnessed the final duel in today's Ratai tourney, for which we all owe gratitude to Sahanash of Laipa. All glory to the victor, Henry of Skalitz, man-at-arms in the company of Sir Radzik Kobila. His prize will be given to him by our gracious Sahanash.
You did it in the end, Henry. No doubt you're well satisfied. And I'm sure you'll be happy with this prize.
I certainly am, my lord.
God be with you.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
My humble greetings.
I've got that bouquet you asked for before.
You can't be serious.
But...
Go! Men, having the sense they were born with. God be with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ah. I'm glad you're here, Henry.
What's happening, sir?
Uncle Sir Hanush sent for me. No doubt he wants to give me another ear bashing about the error of my ways. And he said to bring you too.
What has it got to do with me?
Plenty. You're in it with me ever since that hunt.
All right, we should get going then, shouldn't we, Sir Hans? The sooner we get it over and done with, the better.
I suppose so. Right away. I put some of my old clothes in a trunk for you. I don't want you making me look bad in front of Hanush. But I see it wasn't necessary. You look as smart as any courtier.
Thanks. I'll try my best.
So I see. But you can come and get those clothes later anyway. They're a little worn, but they're as fine as anything you'll get in the county.
Well, my ward and his, what shall we say, chaperone.
Uncle. My lord.
I hope I haven't dragged you away from anything too important.
Not at all, Uncle. We
like
were just...
boozing and whoring, for instance.
Uncle, I can...
Perhaps you were busy, causing mayhem in the middle of the night and beating up my subjects.
No, it wasn't... Henry and I were just...
Henry's as big a fool as you are. But he's not my ward, thank Christ. What the hell do the pair of you think you're doing? There are people in this fiefdom who work from dawn to dusk to put food on their tables and on yours, may I remind you. And then they look at you, Hans, their lord and master, and see a drunken layabout. That fellow you beat up last night was a guard, a new guard on the town watch. And he couldn't report for duty this morning because of his injuries. I had the bailiff here complaining, and could I tell him what I really think about this whole sorry affair? Of course not. That would demean me. And you too. So I had to sit gaping like a stuffed owl and listen to his grievances. Maybe you think because you're the lord here you can get away with anything. But you're sadly mistaken, you blockhead. A lord remains a lord only as long as he commands the loyalty of his subjects. And I'm sure I don't have to tell you the folk here are not exactly enchanted at the prospect of having you in charge. That was the last straw, Capon. One more of your escapades and I'll send you to your mother in Polnar. For all I care, she can dress you up like a wench and marry you off to some Hungarian.
Uncle, that arson Archibald tried to murder me. What was I to do?
Oh, don't exaggerate. Well, I'm hardly surprised after you molested his girl and humiliated him.
I was only...
Oh, don't whine, for heaven's
sorry.
sake. It's about time you started taking some responsibility. I have a job for you. Maybe that will keep you out of mischief. Sir Milota of Oleshna has turned up here. Do you know him?
Isn't he Sir Bernard's cousin?
He is. He came here with a remnant of his retinue to seek refuge. He's seriously wounded.
What happened to him, sir?
His fortress Oleshna was attacked by one Wulfrin of Camburg. Milota pursued him almost as far as Neuhof and engaged with him. Unfortunately, the skirmish didn't end well for Milota.
Wulfrin of Camburg, that name is familiar.
He's kin to the Oleshna lords, too. A cousin of Bernard's and Milota's. Their family affairs are a little complicated. None of my business, of course. I just wish they'd found somewhere else to thrash out their differences.
What do you want us to do, sir?
Go and see Bernard in the courtyard. He got a report that Wulfrin pillaged some other farms around Neuhof, and he's putting a squad together to ride against him. Mind your step, though. It's a family affair. After all, maybe more to it than meets the eye. The important thing is to get that damn scavenger out of the domain. If possible, without bloodshed. I can't afford to lose any men over this business. Have I made myself clear?
Yes, sir.
Very well, Uncle.
Get to work, then.
Dad!
Sir Hanish sent me, Captain. I'm to join your mission. And Sir Hans, too.
Then mount up, youngster, and we'll move out. Lord Capon, when we get there, I'd like you to hold back.
You can forget about that. I'm not going in and out. Haven't said to handle this matter, and
Probably, Sir Hans. I just meant for your own safety.
I know what you meant. Forget it.
Very well, Your Grace.
Listen, Bernard. About this robber. I heard some rumors.
About his being a relative of mine, Melotus?
Something like that.
Yeah. We have the same great-grandfather, Irvin, Baron of Oleshna. Wulfrin belongs to a distant branch of my family, which, well, let's just say they bring no honor to our name.
But I heard Wulfrin of Camburg was hanged somewhere in Silesia after plundering the bishop's estates.
I heard the same, only, well, I'm sure you've heard what they say about the Camburg branch of my family.
That they're cursed. Now, Bernard, don't you think I'm a little old for fairy tales?
Think what you like, but I heard it from my grandfather, and he never paid attention to old wives' tales.
I meant no offense, Captain. Well, tell me all about it, then. After all, there's no smoke without fire, and I never heard about the Camburg from a member of the family.
Very well. At home, we always spoke in whispers about our Camburg relatives. When Wulfrin's father, Wilhelm, came to visit, almost ashamed to say it.
You can rely on my discretion, Captain. Carry on.
Well, the servants were so afraid of him that they went and hid in the barn. Father had them whipped. Even then, they wouldn't go near Wilhelm. They were afraid he cursed them. I couldn't blame them.
Why's that?
Wilhelm's face was so badly disfigured, folk would cross themselves when they saw him. I was afraid of him myself as a boy.
Was he wounded in war?
No. He was born that way. See, his mother, Countess Barbara of Hogwitz, didn't want to marry Wilhelm's father, my grandfather's brother. She never wanted to bear his children. So, she fell pregnant. They say she was a witch to get rid of the child. Only she ended up having quintuplets. Can you imagine it? 5 babes born in one night?
Jesus Christ!
That's not all. 4 of them didn't live till dawn. Only the 5th survived. He was disfigured. Wilhelm, they say the witch cheated her and instead of getting rid of the child, she put the devil's seed inside her.
Good Lord, how dreadful.
Well, Wilhelm carried that with him his whole life. When his own wife was in childbed, he had 7 friars kneeling in her chamber day and night. It didn't stop the rumors, though. When his son, Wolfen, was born, he looked normal enough. He turned out to be as wild as a stray tomcat.
It seems he hasn't grown out of it.
You're right about that. A few years ago, Wolfen went off to Poland, and Wilhelm got worse and worse. He cursed everything and everyone in his path. Yeah, give him the last rites, because they were afraid the devil would come out of him and possess someone else. Then later, Wolfen turned up, even though he was supposed to be dead for years. There were folk who said he was dead. That wouldn't stop the devil's spawn.
Sweet Jesus. It sounds a lot more convincing coming from you than the stories my nurse
Oh,
tell me.
slow down.
How are we supposed to deal with them?
Vitus and Cyril. I sent them to scout ahead.
Those bastards will pay for this.
They most certainly will. Let's go. We have to make camp. Hamlin, take 2 men and come back here later. I won't have Vitus and Cyril left as crow meat.
Yes, Captain.
Yeah. Yeah. God be with you.
What do we do now?
First, we have to find out where those Horsons are holed up. According to the reports, they raided a few farms around here. So someone should go to those places and find out what they can. You should do it, Henry. My men would probably just startle them.
All right, Captain. I'll do that. Where are the farms?
One is uphill from Neuhof, right by the woods. One here above the woods by the crossroads, directly north from our camp.
Tell me, Captain, how come this Wolfen is attacking his own kin?
They say blood's thicker than water, but sometimes I wonder. Look at our king and Sigismund.
So what's the cause of your conflict with Wolfen?
Nothing in particular. Just that he's a ruffian, a treacherous bastard, and a bandit. No wonder the whole Camberg clan is cursed.
How are you related?
Miloda, Wolfen, and I have the same great-grandfather, Urban, Baron of Oleshna.
Good day, Henry.
How do you mean cursed?
Like I said, Wolfen's grandfather married Countess Barbara of Hogwitz. She didn't want to bear his child and went to a witch to get rid of it. Only instead of getting rid of the unborn child, she ended up having 5.
What, all at the same time?
All in one night.
How are you related? And you believe that story?
Depends how you look at it. Wilhelm wasn't a bad man while he was in his right mind, but he was terrifying to look at. I still get shivers down my spine when I think of him. As for Wolfen...
How are you related?
Good luck, then. Yeah.
Good afternoon.
Captain Bernard sent me to find out about the raid. What exactly happened?
Those filthy cutthroats beat my husband black and blue, then stole all our food stores and vanished. Poxy bastards. Poor Lumiere. He didn't want to let them get away with it, so he chased them as far as the woods. But they cut him down, and now I'm afraid he'll not live to see the light of day.
Did you see which way they went?
Along the track here, straight into the woods. My old man gave chase and fought with them by the old hunter's shelter. He slashed one of them with his sickle. He bled like a stuck pig, the bastard.
You think he might have been bleeding enough to leave a trail?
Maybe. Who knows? I just hope he's in hell where he belongs, the poxy bastard.
What were they like?
Swine and lousy curs, that's what they were like.
That's not what I meant.
No, they weren't your ordinary footpads.
I thought it. Is there something I can do to help?
I fear only God Almighty can help him now. There is one thing you could do. I have to keep changing Lumiere's bandage.
I'll see what I've got.
God bless you. Thank you. I'm grateful. I've nothing left here except...
Keep it.
Not everything.
Very well then.
God be with you.
Yeah.